Hey, welcome to this episode of Quickfire. Today, we'll share with you our thoughts and impressions on a horror survival game that doesn't rely on jump scares or gore, but rather its atmosphere and tension to get under your skin. Darkwood, on the Nintendo Switch. With the heavy saturation of survival genre games over the past few years, Acid Wizard has delivered a fantastic, ominously thrilling experience in this sepia-toned, simplistic approach to one of the most atmospheric games I've ever played, not relying on jump scares, but rather the chills and tension within its atmosphere that Darkwood radiates so well. Set somewhere in the Eastern Bloc in the 1980s, in a strange forest where people and wildlife have been left trapped as a plague ravages, turning its survivors into abominations. You play as a man with no memory on a mission to escape these dark, decaying woods. Darkwood is an ominous, intense, chilling horror survival game that is a slower-paced experience, but offers a lot of freedom to explore its world. With a top-down view done with a minimally colored art style, players have only line-of-sight view that only lights up the path ahead, giving you the feeling that it is the things you don't see that are most frightening. You could be standing right next to an item or a threat and not even know until you face that direction. During the daytime, you go out scavenging for supplies and materials to craft weapons, torches, and other survival equipment, finding new locations on your map to explore at later times. But as the cold, dark night approaches, your light will change color slowly, from yellow to orange to red for night, where you have to return to your shelter and survive till morning, as you set up barricades at entry points, board up windows, and make sure you have enough fuel in your generator to keep the lights on so the evil of the night cannot reach you, because exploring Darkwood at nightfall, you'll constantly have the plague chasing you, tearing away at your health. That is where the horror of Darkwood excels. It does not rely on jump scares or gore, but rather the atmosphere and the sense of tension. Will your barricade survive the night? Will the generator have enough fuel? Will you survive the long cold nights? Or will the evil in the darkness win? Fantastically creates this intense atmosphere that holds throughout the entirety of the experience. The sound and music of Darkwood adds more layers and layers to the sense of vulnerability and isolation, from the rustling of bushes outside to creaky floorboards to the sound of something scratching away at your hideout windows. Noises all around, but not having any idea where they are coming from. What is making them? From the moment you are dropped into this thick forest, where shadows cast by branches give this dark, infected world a very organic feel. As you are alone in exploring in this expansive dark forest, along the way you will meet up with other surviving inhabitants and merchants that will send you on quests or offer to trade and buy items with. Combat in Darkwood needs to be played with a somewhat more strategic approach, rather than just running in and swinging blindly, as combat can feel very cumbersome, and timing can take a bit to get used to. As well, your weapons degrade quickly, and having to gather resources to craft anything can be a timely process, making combat feel not like your first priority, but an action that only be used in order to survive. Skills in crafting play a major role in Darkwood's player progression. Crafting at a workbench, you're able to repair, craft, and upgrade equipment and supplies, while skills will grant players abilities. But with a positive trait comes a negative trait that must be applied as well, yet another clever approach that the Darkwood experience throws at you. Darkwood is a difficult game, and does not hold your hand in any way, but rather throws you into this world and leaves you to figure everything out for yourself, constantly managing your resources and crafting supplies, and your time, wanting to trek further into the woods, but how far can you trek, because you still need to prepare your shelter for nightfall. With the lack of a full view, relying on sound sometimes to guide you, alerting you of threats in your vicinity, sometimes getting so tense that a simple branch breaking had me turning my character around, looking to see what was there, made Darkwood a very unique, thrilling experience, bearing a sigh of relief every time I managed to survive the night in this strange infected world as I tried to escape the forest and the night.